Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Sky Factory 3. So last time, looks like, if I remember, we got this little setup here going on with the draconic infusion stuff. Made this crazy chest that does all kinds of cool stuff. Take this thing out of here. Don't need that in there. Probably not going to use that chest for anything. Just was really making it to test our system there. Also, kind of in the break, I went a little crazy with these chickens. Let me grab that guy that's hanging off the edge there. Basically, come here, guy. Get back in there. So I needed a bunch more stuff. So I've got uranium chickens, yellorium chickens, iron, and diamond. Basically, the main reason for this is to make a giant reactor. I did go ahead and make another reactor. This is not by any means giant compared to what the maximum one is. It's quite a bit bigger than our first one over here. Basically, what I've got, these are the fuel rods. I've got, I believe I used, let me just open this thing up, make sure I remember. Yeah, okay, so I used lead on the outer perimeter. Put this back so it'll turn back on. Come on. So I've got, like, you know, this is obviously the outside casing. So this whole layer is lead, and then this is basically just a giant fuel rod, and then I've got diamond blocks going through the center. So what we've got going on, if I fire this thing back up, once it gets up to maximum heat here, we're pulling just about 23, almost 24,000 RF per tick, which is quite a bit more than this one, about 4 times more, right? 6, 12, 18, 24, yeah. Because this one was, well, I turned it off. It was doing like 6K, right? I left it hooked up just to let the 10 million RF that was stored in here drain away before I tear it down. I have obviously gone ahead and pulled all the fuel and stuff out of it and turned it off, just letting it be a giant battery until it runs out of juice. So the ultimate goal eventually is to make a giant reactor. So obviously I'm going to tear this one down, and this will be our main source of power for a while. I was going to go ahead and just like kind of make this an ongoing project and let it be the maximum reactor eventually. But it was making just enough power to basically saturate this. So these can only carry a little over 20,000. So I'm kind of wasting power a little bit. But this stuff over here is going to take eventually billions. So what I also want to do is start to look at let me grab my little book. Grab this thing. I want to start making, hey, hello? Where'd it go? This thing. Up to a couple tiers at least for now. Maybe eventually I'll go tier 8, but that's not going to be anytime soon for sure. So yeah, I've got all those chickens over there, and they are collecting stuff like diamonds. It's picking up. I've had this thing up and running, like all those chickens, for maybe I don't know, maybe an hour or so. So about 2,000 an hour, maybe a little bit more. I also went ahead and I pulled up some of the seeds out of here that I don't really need too much more of the stuff from, and I made like 10 more of these draconiums, since this is the only way we can get it. Went ahead and made a bunch of that stuff there. Then I just left other stuff that's we can get from the chickens, but you know, having 2 sources isn't going to hurt anything by any means. So today I want to at least start building maybe up to like tier 2 of this thing, if we can get to that point, and also some way to eventually guess we can look back in here. Eventually be able to move more power than what the Ender IO can do. So these things will let us do that. This capacity is like their internal storage. I don't know if there's actually a limit on how much power it can move at one time. So anyway, cool. Let's get started on that. So first things first, what we're going to need is this. Well, just the core itself. If I look that up, doesn't require anything too fancy, I don't think. Draconic. That is this guy here. So I've got a core already. So I need to make. Well, let's just see what we have and don't have. If we get into an actual crafting table here, it might help a little bit. Draconium. Well, let's go ahead and craft this up into what we can. I'm not gonna cook these dusts because I will need those for some things, I'm pretty sure. So the less we have to worry about crushing these back into dust, the better. Oh look, got another seed here. Let's go ahead and get that thing in the dirt. Do it. Right. How did I... Oh, I see what happened. So yeah, when you like jump on the... if you land on the dirt, it pops the seed out and kills the plot, makes it back into regular... No, not that. This one. Yeah, so you got to watch out for that. I think with my jetpack, it wasn't allowing me to do that, but now that I'm not wearing that, like if I just stop flying, I basically land full force. Anyway, back to what we were doing. So I need to make a couple of these guys. Just 2 of those, right? 8 blocks of this. 8 of those. Throw those back in there. That should make 2 of these. And I think we should be good to go. Awesome. So, I'm really not 100% sure how this actually works. So let's look at the old book here. Energy core setup. Tier 1 is energy core and 4 stabilizers. Okay, so we need 4 of those too. And how do we make those? Particle generator, 4 diamonds. Alright, well, let's do that. Particle generator. So I need 4 of these, right? So I need 4 more of these. 16 blocks of redstone. So I might have to go add, I'm doing okay on redstone right now. But if I keep having to chunk out these blocks like that, I'll be tearing through that stuff pretty quick too. Let's just craft up what we can from the... Looks like maybe about 3,000. Yeah, that's probably not too terrible. 3,500. Yeah, we'll worry about that when we get there. If we get to that point, we'll see about expanding that operation. So that should be good to make 4 of these. Boom. Awesome. And then it was like 8 more diamonds for 16 diamonds. Cool. So that's that and that. And then, so it looks like kind of the same setup deal with the thing over there, where it's like these have to be centered up to the particle beam. They don't think there's a distance requirement, but eventually, as you add to the core, it gets larger in radius. So what you kind of want to do, if you plan on upgrading that thing at all, is you want to kind of leave some space in between there. So I want to, where do I want to put this thing? It doesn't really matter because we'll be moving into the draconic power system. The energy grid is it's like wireless, right? So we don't have to worry about distance, I don't think, too much. It's just a matter where this thing gets massive. I don't know. I guess let me grab some cobblestone. A little bit of that. I also made one of these. My wand finally ran out when I was making this platform and stuff over here. So I went ahead and made one of these unbreakable wands. I don't know if I've talked about these or not before. There's 3 stages of them. I think I actually have talked about them. Which, you know, the third stage can place 16,000 blocks at once. It's ridiculous. More than I'll ever need, I'm sure. But basically, that would end up taking 2 of these, which would be 2 of these. So that's like, what, 6 nether stars to make that thing. I don't need all that, but one of them would definitely be handy dandy. So I did that. And I don't know. I guess I could really kind of just have this thing floating in the middle of nowhere. Let me grab my angel block and just make a little. We'll just start this thing out. Angel. Let's grab that. I don't guess I need all this cobblestone then. I'll keep a little bit of it. I don't need that uranium with me. Burning a hole in my hands. Come on. Alright, so let's just I don't know, I guess like kind of right around here somewhere. Be alright. Let's just pop that there. I just want to make a little bit of a platform to give myself kind of a starting point. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa, come on, come back here. So, if I remember correctly, we do something like this. And then I'm just going to put these on the ends here. And I think that should do what we need it to do. Cool. So the stabilizers are valid, the core is valid, and it's charging. Except for we're not actually feeding anything into this thing yet. So obviously it's not collecting anything. Turn that off for now. So the kind of the way this thing works, it's kind of neat, and I think some of the other stuff might do this with Draconic Evolution too. But you can tier it up. So like say when we want to upgrade to tier 2, we can turn the build guide on, and it shows you what you need. So if I go ahead and break out this cobblestone now, I don't need that anymore. Just vein mine that stuff out. Goodbye. Pick that up. So as you get close to it, it disappears so that you can kind of see what's an actual block and what's the part of the build guide. But basically, those are blocks of draconium. So to make the core stage 2, that's what you need there. So that's what 8, 1, 2, 3, 6 blocks of draconium. I guess we can go ahead and do that too. Let's go ahead and just make 6 blocks of that stuff real quick. Go ahead and make this a tier 2 guy. Draconium. Might not have enough to do that yet. Let's see what we get here. Needed 6. Oh, just enough, man. Ooh. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna need to step up the draconium reduction a little bit. I've already started that. It should hopefully, if I let that thing run for a little while, it should hopefully catch up to what we need it to do. Let's just go ahead and slap these on. how do I... So how do I turn it on now? Can I do it from over one of these things? Okay, cool. So you can access it from here. That's cool. Let's turn that on just so it's not spawning monsters on that thing. Now what we need to do is figure out how to get power into it. So let's pull up the old check sheet here and check that. You can see the status of the core. Yeah. Build guide button, list of ingredients, energy pylons. Okay, energy pylons used to insert and extract energy from a core. To set one up, simply place one within 16 blocks of a core and place a block of glass either above or below it. Okay, right, I remember that part. So we need to make one of those energy pylons. So let's see what that's going to take. No, it's not right. Draconic energy pylon. Eye of Ender, some emeralds, diamond, another draconic core. Ooh, I might be pushing my luck with my draconium here. Looks like I've got enough essence to make another couple pieces. Should get us there. So I made that, right? I need to make this. And that should be it. And that gives us 2 pylons. I don't know if we actually need to. Maybe in the higher tiers or something. That's weird that it would give you 2. I'm assuming you would probably need more than 1 if they're going to give you 2 of them, huh? Stands to reason, right? So I need to be within 16 blocks of here. Can I just, like, I'm not sure. So here's what I'll do. We just kind of do one of these. And put it like this would be, that's within 16 blocks, right, for sure. And the core is going to be, let's put it below like this. Then I should be able to put this here and then that like that. Nice. So that looks like it did what it's supposed to did. Break those. Let's just pop a torch on that. So there's a way, I think maybe if you shift right click with an open hand. Having this thing floating out in the middle of nowhere might not have been the coolest decision to make. Okay, so you just have to right click that thing. So that's like inputting power into the core, and this is taking out. So that's maybe that's why you would need 2, like an input and an output, right? So let's grab another piece of glass and get 2 of them set up since we have 2. Grass, yeah. Glass. Get one of those, and we'll just let's just go like 2 spaces and put this right here and a piece of glass. So that's input, that's output. Cool beans. So I'm assuming that at least for now, what I can do, hopefully, let's see if the book tells us how we can, if we can use regular regular things to. So it can take up to 2 trillion RF per tick per side. Is that what that's saying? Check the pylon is connected to the core. Simply shift right click on the pylon block. It will create a line of particles that indicates which core it's connected to. If there's more than 1 core nearby, this will make the pylon cycle between cores in range. Okay, but that doesn't tell me how to. Let me grab some conduits and see. Is that going to be enough? I might need to make some more of those. should be easy enough to pull off here. Let's just grab like that many. That should be plenty. So if that's input, can I not? Okay. Must not have been close enough, I guess. Nope. Damn it. Alright. I just want to hook this up to the reactor here and see if it's going to start pumping power into that thing. Just to go ahead and start that thing charging up. And hopefully not, like, just suck all the power up into this thing and not leave me any for my machines. If that's the case, I might have to fire that thing up just to power the power the machines and let this thing start charging. So it's looks like the buffer is filling. So it must have took some kind of hit, because that thing should have been full already. That thing said, what did it say? Open hand, shift right click. What? What happened? It's supposed to... It's supposed to show me like a status. It said it was going to show particles. So this thing is not storing anything. Maybe that doesn't work. Yeah, in and out. Let's just do insert only. And this extract. Always. I don't think that really matters, but alright, well, in any case, we've got this thing built. I'll just have to go and look up and see how it actually works. But I know what we're eventually going to move to is the wireless stuff. And those are called, like, I think you have to make these things. So that's a Wyvern core. One of these guys. Where did that go? Here. Basic relay crystal. Alright, so let's make one of these. I gotta make some more draconium. Where'd it go? Here. One of these. I'm gonna need 4 more blocks of redstone. Mix this. And then this. And so what, let's look at the book and see how those work. Draconium chest, energy network, the basics. In order to link a crystal to another crystal, simply shift right click with the binder. So I need to make this, which is more draconium that I probably don't have any of. Shit. Well, let's see if we can pull that off or not. I might have to just go back on what I said about not cooking this stuff up and cook some of this stuff up. Furnace only. So I had this hooked up. I was trying to make some things. I forget what I was making now. It was like an alloy. And I wanted to make a bunch of it, and I didn't want to have to stand here and keep hand feeding this thing. So I just put it in this chest and had it pulling out of that chest. And just never took it apart. Alright, so where'd that wrench looking thing go? Right here. Another one of these. That should be good to make that. Alright, boom. Cool. Get rid of those. So I need that. Crystal Energy IO. So that's like input and output. So what if I do before I do anything, what happens if I... Nope, go away. Let's get an open hand. Let me just see if that does anything. No. Nope. Sure doesn't. Okay, let's get rid of that. Turn this back. Excuse me. Turn this back to that. Make 2 of these. And just for right now, let's hook that to that. So that's gathering power, so that's good. So now what I need to do is bind these together. Like that. Sweet. So now this thing is filling up, right? That one's filling up. And so how do I change the I/O mode? I know there's... Okay, if I right-click that, that shows me the links. And then you can identify what it's hooked to. So how do I... Okay, so shift right-click. So I want this to output into this, right? And I want this to only input. I might have that backwards. It's losing power, so I'm assuming... I don't understand how this connects to that, though. It said if I right-click, it should... So what happens if I do that? Is that doing anything? No. Damn it. Damn it. So if I change this to input and this to output, maybe I had that backwards. So that's full, and this is full. Change this back to input. So that's outputting, but that's probably just outputting back into our already existing grid, right? I have a feeling that's what it's doing. So if I put that to balance and this to balance, basically what balance is doing is, if I remember and I'm thinking correctly, that it's trying to balance the power load between these two doohickeys. Oh man, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Relay crystal, wireless energy crystal. So maybe it needs to be one of these. Maybe that's what it is. That's going to take more stuff I don't have. See if I can manage to make one of those. If this doesn't work, then I'll just... We're getting near the end of the episode here anyway. I'll have to just go figure out what I'm doing wrong. But at least we've got the basics kind of set up here. I don't think... Let me make 2 of these. So I should have everything for that except for those 2 things. So I need 2 of those. I need 1 more. I think I might have enough here. Make that stuff. Make 1 more of these. And then 2 of these. Right? Oh, redstone. 8 of those. 2 of those. It makes this. Alright, so now, maybe, I think this might actually work this time. So if I break this, how do I break it? Just with the pickaxe. And then put this here. And then I have to link them, huh? So like, I can't link device to itself. Device is linked, okay? This is filling up. So I know this is to power machines. So maybe, can I link? Uh-oh. Oh shit, I think something just happened. No? Energy pylon output. Clear receivers. Okay. Alright, let me just try one more thing here. Now that I kind of think I might... Oh, come back! Shit. Damn it. Alright, that was these things, right? Alright, one more time. One more little experiment here just to see if I'm figuring this out or if I'm just fooling myself. We link that to that. And then to that. It's not a valid device. Alright, whatever. I got this stuff built. I'll have to figure out how to put it together. So, on that note, hope everybody's having a great day, and we will catch you on the next episode. See you later, people.